Hello, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And today I want to run through the Nikon Z6 III new firmware updates. So if you have a Nikon Z6 III, this video is for you. I'm going to run through the firmware updates one by one based on my little cheat sheet here. And I'm also going to run through what they mean for you. So not just what the actual firmware update things are, but how they are relevant to what your shooting use case might be. So let's get straight into it. Number one is we're going to talk about video recording. So we have high-res zoom is now available when the image area is set to DX. So when you go put your image area on video set to DX, you can use the high-res zoom to zoom in. Whether that works for 4K, I'm not sure how that works. Maybe it goes into 1080p, so it does like a upscale of the image from the sensor. Next, we've added the Power High-Res Zoom Collab. So basically we have a new combination of if you've got a power zoom lens and you combine it with high-res zoom, you can then zoom in even more. I mean, this is really cool for maybe the DXPZ lens. That means that I could probably use the 12 to 28 to go a bit further in. So I could use this, camera for even more, kind of like scenarios. So that's good. Yeah, next one is shutter mode has been added to the custom settings menu of item G12. So G12 custom shutter mode, custom shutter settings. Basically what you can do now is when you set the shutter mode, you can set it to shutter angle or shutter speed. So shutter speed is what your standard photography shutter count is. So you've got 50, 100, 1 over 50, 1 over 100, etc., etc. So basically what that means is the speed at which the shutter takes the photo. Shutter angle is the angle of this spinning kind of like cylinder that would happen in video cameras. So larger angles, I think, the larger angle has more of a blur, whereas the smaller angle has less of a blur. It's more kind of jumpy. So it's a very different way of looking at it, and you kind of change the perspective of how you're filming. You can do it mathematically, but the idea of changing shutter speed and shutter angle isn't necessarily about the maths behind it. It's just generally what you want to shoot, right? So you kind of take a step away from having to do the maths, and it makes it so much easier to just get your videos into the kind of style of shooting that you want. The rest you can use to reduce the amount of light going in. You can use either drop your ISO down, or you can put an ND filter on. So yeah, that's that. The next one is the zebra pattern color on G14, zebra pattern settings, custom settings menu. So now you can send it to different colors, which is good if you don't like the kind of standard kind of gray-white. Added options for customizing information display to G17 brightness information display in the custom settings menu. So when you have your brightness information display on, you can actually add new kind of items to it. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I'll have to dive in and explore it. This feature is now available. Okay, so that's talking about the Power High-Res Zoom Collab. So it's only available on the Nikon Z28 to 135. So it's not available on the 12 to 28. So next one, controls. We've added save and load zoom position to F2 and G2 custom control. So you can just save and load your zoom position really quickly in the camera. The command dial roles in mode S can now be switched using G2. Okay, interesting. So shutter command mode in mode S on shutter priority. You can change the command dial roles. Okay, interesting. That's good. Added zoom ring control PZ lens item to custom settings menu. So obviously with a new PZ lens that's come out, you've got the zoom ring that can then extend the zoom from the power zoom to the high res zoom. And then we've got custom settings. F12 and G8 is now assigned power zoom. Okay, so we can assign different items in the assign power zoom to different buttons. So power zoom speed has been divided into 2 items: power zoom speed zoom buttons, and then power zoom speed zoom switch. So you can change the zoom speed, which is good. Again, it's only available for that new lens, the 28 to 135. And so there's other things here, the other changes, and these are probably more significant. We've added the power zoom speed buttons to the roles assignable in the eye menu. So the information menu, you can change the settings really quickly. This is a big one. Reduced noise in dark areas of N-Log videos. So basically we have, we should have less noise. So I'm going to do another video. I'm still on the old firmware here, but I'm going to do another video just checking that, seeing how that works. I'm going to set it up on black screen and we'll do some filming and compare. And there's other issues that are fixed. In rare circumstances, the camera would stop responding during video recording when video type was set to 422 and higher zoom was on in the video recording menu. The camera would stop responding when the HDMI cable was disconnected after connecting the camera to an external monitor via HDMI and performing operations such as shooting or playback. So I don't use a monitor on this, so I probably wouldn't have noticed it, but I use the monitor on the Z8. In rare circumstances, the camera would stop responding when rotating the photo video selector to switch to video mode. I haven't noticed that, but that's good. While video flicker reduction was greater than, digital flicker reduction was set to on. In rare circumstances, the camera would stop responding during video recording when an Atmos Air Glue BT compatible device was connected. Noise would appear in the audio of recorded videos when an external microphone, which did not require a power supply, was connected, and audio sensitivity was set to manual in the video recording menu. Okay, I'm using a powered microphone, like a little powered microphone here, so that's not really relevant. So maybe, yeah, that's good. That's a good fix. An error message appeared and recording ended without saving the video to the memory card when video file type was set to NRAW 12-bit NEV, and the remaining recording time was low. So it wasn't actually finished, but it was low. Slight image shake occurred when recording videos under the following circumstances. Micro lens was attached, electronic VR was set to on, the camera was fixed on a tripod or similar. In rare circumstances, optimal exposure could not be achieved during burst shooting or after changing the exposure in mode M. Interesting. The shutter release response became extremely slow after shooting using advanced wireless lighting with an optional WR10 wireless remote control. I haven't used it, so yeah. In rare circumstances, detection borders did not appear on the detected subjects during burst shooting. Cool. Well, I haven't used this camera for much for photography. I guess I could use it. I have the Z8, which I would use for everything else. But guys, that's it. Just a quick run through of the different items we have on the Z6 III firmware update. I'm going to do another video to check the settings for the noise reduction. Hopefully I'll get that out to you tomorrow. Next video I will do on the Z8, and we will film on the Z8. See ya.